Welcome to the 5 on 5. We are pleased to be joined today by Dennis Ramsden, President and Executive Director of the Southern Oregon Music Festival. Dennis, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right, you guys are getting geared up for a pretty big event this weekend. What's going to be happening?
Well, it's going to start Friday at 12:30 over at the Inn at the Commons, but we've got 16 bands coming in from all over the United States, all different types of music, and it will go on from Friday, Saturday, on into Sunday afternoon. 4 different venues, which we can discuss, but there's over 100 hours of music. But if you just go for the whole thing, just one person, and stay the whole time, you're going to hear 35 hours of music.
Wow, give us a little taste of what kind of music will be there.
Well, when we started the festival, as most people know, 29 years ago, it was Dixieland. And we still got some traditional jazz, but it has evolved. This year, we have 2 Zydeco bands. We have a 1950s doo-wop band. We got a rockabilly band. We got a jump jive zoot suit band, and the list goes on. And there's music for everybody. Everything that we have has a beat to it. Everything that we have is danceable.
Very cool. And the performers come from all over?
All over the United States. We've got them this year from Florida, from Missouri, from Michigan, from Connecticut, from all over. We bring them in. A lot of them have been here before, and we're always out looking for new ones, which we bring in every year. But we never ever hire a band unless we've auditioned them in person. Because when you're going to sit there for that long, if you go for the whole 3 days, you want to be entertained as well as hear music. And what you don't need to hear is, and now our next song is. Every one of these bands has something that they do that brings the audience together. And it's all of a sudden it's over and you say, what happened? Where'd the time go?
It's just got such flow that you're not ready for it to end by the time it's over.
No.
And you've been doing it for just a couple of years.
Me? I've been doing it for 15 years now. It's a volunteer thing, but we have a mission here, and that is youth music education. Right now, we've got some bands out going to schools in the area. We do this every year, teaching the kids about music, what it would be like to be a musician, things of that nature. We also have an instrument donation program. In the last 4 years, we've donated over 200 instruments that we've collected, refurbished, that we get grant money for, and then got in the hands of kids that couldn't need them. We also run a program over at the detention center, a guitar program, and we also run one at Central Medford High School. So we're involved in all facets of youth music education, and that's why we're here.
Wow. Well, we've got much more to talk about, but we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are pleased to be joined once again by Dennis Ramsden, President and Executive Director of the Southern Oregon Music Festival. Dennis, thanks again for being here.
Kristen.
Talk a little bit about how old this festival is.
Well, it's 29 years old.
Wow.
A long time.
Yeah, we're almost at 3 decades there. 3 decades, and this festival, at least this time around, was potentially not going to happen?
We lost a couple sponsors due to death. They passed away, and it was a real question mark. So we put out a call and wondered, how are we going to get this money? We had to raise $50,000 to keep it going.
Not a small chunk of change.
Well, it's not. And I thought, how can we do this? And so we put out a call saying, you know, if all it would take would be 50 people at $1,000 a piece or 100 people at $500 a piece. All of a sudden, the checks started coming in. I mean, from everywhere, from Washington, Idaho, Nevada, California, parts of Oregon. They just came in and all saying the same thing. We don't want to see you lose this festival. And so that's why we're here, thanks to them.
Another way to keep bringing it back would be people to come. Talk about tickets, where people can get them.
Yeah, we talk about a 3-day event, and plenty of people do. It's a 3-day event. Right now at the door, it'll cost $90 for 3 days, the whole 3 days. But if you don't want to do that, you can come for a day. There's Friday tickets, Saturday tickets, Sunday tickets, or you can come what we call prime time. That's from 5 o'clock on Friday and Saturday. That's a $30 ticket.
Okay. So many options there. And also, let's talk a little bit about venues. This is not happening all under one roof.
No, 4 venues.
Okay.
Inn at the Commons, which has been our host hotel and our host headquarters for all 29 years, since it was Red Line before that. The Inn at the Commons has 2 venues. Upstairs, the Grand Ballroom, and then downstairs, the small Petite Ballroom. I'm going to clarify that a bit. They have a 3rd venue this year, their restaurant, Lark's. On Saturday night and Friday and Saturday night, we will be having dinner shows there at 6:30 and also some later evening shows there as well.
Okay.
Howie's on front. Our entrance is on Main for this. It's a great bar. It's just a great atmosphere. You're real close to the bands when you're there. And then the last venue, of course, is your own. That's right across the street here. That's the Studio C. That's our huge dance venue. We're bringing in an imported floor from Las Vegas as we speak, spring-loaded, real easy on your legs and knees for the whole weekend. We do that every year. There's a lot of dance going on. We have dancing at all of the venues. I just mentioned the one that you've got at Studio C because that's our major dance venue.
So you can boogie all weekend long, and then there's also seats too if you get a little tired.
Oh, no, there are seats at every place, yes, not just dance floors.
Of course. And then if people want more information, head to the website.
Yeah, somusicfest.org. Hopefully you're going to see it on the screen there. It's a great website in the respect that all of our bands have YouTube videos on there. Just click on the bands. Take 15 or 20 minutes and listen to them, and you can get an idea of what we're talking about here. And then hopefully when you come, maybe if you haven't been before, you'll say, I want to hear them, or I want to hear them. One other thing we're doing are some tributes this year. At Howie's on Saturday at 9:30 in the evening. If you're a Johnny Cash fan, you got to go there.
I was hoping you were going to bring that up.
Yeah, there's a gentleman, Gino, that I caught him in doing this in Eureka, and I said, I insisted you do this here, which he is. Over at the Inn at the Commons on Saturday night at 6:30. A tribute to Nat and Natalie Cole. I've heard that one also, and I insisted this band do it. It's wonderful. It was the best one I ever heard at the weekend that weekend. And it just goes on, special things through the evening. But the schedule also is on the website. It's everything that you want to know about it. Just go under schedule, and you can see who, what, and where.
Excellent, Dennis. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.